day, welcome back to another cozy wholesome vid. I'm feeling very ready for spring, and this will be my first spring living in a cottage, living by the coast. I've had so many of my dreams come true, including connecting with you guys on here. I think there's a lot to be grateful for. So right now I've got my window open so I can hear the seagulls. It's a very changey day, so 1 minute it's so grey and it's raining, next minute beautifully blue and clear. So I quite like those days, and it's better than all mizzle. So today, well, in this video we are going to the Roseland Peninsula, which is St Mawes, Carn Beach, absolutely beautiful, breathtaking beach there. I've also, which we'll get into now, is I'm taking up new hobbies. So making candles, which I did in my last video, which I've only made 2 so far, so very new for me. If you had a husband who owns a motorbike where I live, you would know when he's coming home and when he's nearly home, because you can hear them. You can hear them from way before they get into the village and way after they've left. This village, the noise bounces because we're higher up. It bounces, it's so loud. So hopefully that didn't distract you in the background. But air dry clay. So what I've done is I've done a little inspo where I've written down the ideas that I'd like to do. I've done a bit of research. I found Instagram accounts that do tutorials. I'm gonna follow a tutorial today. I did do a little test run without any instructions because I hate instructions, and I figured I'd prefer to just get it right. So today I'll show you the tutorial that I'm going to follow, and I'm going to make an egg holder. So I bought a couple of napkins. Oh no, not napkins, tissue. So I think it's nice for, because I'm going to be making gifts, like making candles, making air dry pottery, then I'll want to be wrapping those things up for people's birthdays, and I find it handy to have a little supply instead of every time I have a birthday or Christmas or whatever going to buy tissue paper. So I bought 2 pretty designs, and I wondered, do I create a pot, an egg holder that is, and it's, I'll explain to you what I mean by egg holder, it's not like a little one. Do I use the tissue paper and practice with that and setting that, or do I practice with paint? But I'm not quite there with my painting skills yet, so I'm going to go with the flow. But basically what I want to do is, I think I'll do 6 because we tend to do 6. This is 12, but that's because my mum and brother were here. So cut to there, cut these down, and then lay some air dry clay over the top and have a ceramic one in our kitchen. Now, air dry clay is not food safe. However, for me, using it for eggshells, I'm not eating the eggshells, they're not going into anything, so I don't necessarily personally have a problem. I saw a couple of people in the comments of videos on Instagram that were saying it's not food safe. Well, that's fine, you don't have to eat from it. So just saying, putting it out there in case anybody is conscious of that, then yeah, air dry clay is not food safe. You couldn't make food safe bowls and mugs and things like that. So I'm just gonna make stuff like I was thinking maybe tea bag holder would be quite a fun one. Maybe a matchbox. I had an idea for a matchbox that I'd like to do, but I will start with the egg holder because I think it'll be easier, because it's not, I'll show you what I did make the other day, but it's harder to connect cut up pieces, and this doesn't require that. So I'm going to start easy, start realistic, pop a candle on. The room's looking very pretty and cute, and I'm feeling good. So let's have a crafty afternoon. this is the side that I smoothed out with water, and this is the side that hasn't been done yet, and you can see the finish is quite different, so I need to do this bit around here. It looks like such a beautiful day out there now. I'd love to go on a walk, but I'm really invested in what I'm doing right now. Not too bad. The other side is a little bit better looking on this bit, but I don't want to really overwork the clay and ruin it, so I might leave it now. There's nothing much for it to lean on, so it's a little bit more delicate than the other side. I think we'll leave that, seeing as I'm no expert. I don't want to overdo it. I made the little flowers. I kind of wish now that I'd done eggs. Should I try? Like squished? Yeah, let's give it a go. With my scrap air dry clay, I decided to give fried eggs a go because it felt like the best thing, and also will be quite fun to just go for the more brave options instead of going down the route that I would typically go down. I want to start making design choices that are a little bit different for me. I tend to always go floral and dainty, and I thought maybe having a bit more fun with it would be good because it's all experimental. Comparing it to the flowers, I think I made the right decision, and I'm really pleased with how they look. Even though I know they maybe don't look like fried eggs yet, I will paint them. I'm actually really pleased with that, and I'm glad I switched over from the flowers to the eggs because I think that's much cuter, and I guess eggs are a bit more flexible. The flowers looked a little bit clunky for me. I'm going to try and get this off of my fingers, and then I wanted to show you some spring dresses that I bought a few months ago around Christmas, because in another video I talked about how for quite a long time I didn't really buy any clothes at all, and if I did they were secondhand and they were basics, and I was finding that I was selling stuff I wasn't wearing anymore, and then it got to a point where I didn't really have any winter clothes and quite limited summer clothing, and I was re-wearing the same stuff over and over, and there just wasn't enough in my wardrobe. So I've slowly been buying pieces that I think will suit me or last a little while. I'm just really looking forward to welcoming spring back, and the day that I can put on a dress and some loafers, I'm gonna be really happy. So this is probably my absolute favourite, and one thing I was slightly disappointed with was that I will have to wear some kind of slip under it, but I thought maybe that's not the worst thing, because then there's not going to be any underwear lines or anything, I guess. So it's from New Look, and yes, I got it before Christmas. It's got this little tie thing at the back, so if I want to cinch it in slightly I can, and I just think the pattern is really pretty. So this one actually has a shired waist, I think that's how you say it, and again it's got a little bit here to create the illusion of a waist. I like the fact that it's a V. I quite like a V. It's also got slightly puffy sleeves. Good piece for going out for dinner in the summer, I think will be good. I wouldn't necessarily wear a piece like I'd also wear this into the autumn, like the early autumn, when you've got in between seasons. I wouldn't wear this on a hot day in the summer because it's obviously quite long and it's black, so it's just going to be hot. But yeah, I think there's things I could wear this to when the weather is not that warm but it's summery and you want to look summery without being cold, kind of thing. I love a mini dress. When I was younger, when I was at school, the 60s mini dress Mary Quant, that to me was absolutely amazing and revolutionary, which it was revolutionary for fashion, but for me it was a really big part of being a teenager. I absolutely loved the shift dresses, I loved the mini skirts, and I thought it was just so lovely. I loved it so much. I thought it was so cool, and I loved the creative direction with like modelling shoots and things. Really like Twiggy's modelling shoots, but I didn't necessarily like the turn the modelling industry took after that point. I think it was questionable to say the least. But regardless of that, I really love Twiggy and her mini dresses and the photo shoots that she was in and the eyeliner and the short hair. And yeah, so this mini dress, nothing like anything I've just described, but this is the kind of thing that I would wear all the time. It's very comfortable. It's V again, it's got little lace details. This is the kind of thing that I will probably wear for the next 10 years. I've had things like this 10 years ago that I wish I kept, and I find this kind of thing very easy to throw on. You can wear it dressy, you can wear it with tights. I can wear it any season, in my opinion, that isn't really cold winter day. Even then though, if it were a winter evening and I was going for dinner, I would wear this with tights and boots. In the summer, I don't know what shoes I'd wear this with because I always have an issue with summer shoes. But yeah, I really like this dress. And again, a little bit on the back, so it's not just a straight down number, and then a tie up too. So I'm really looking forward to wearing this. This is going to be one of my really comfy dresses that makes me feel like I've actually tried a little bit when I'm going out, because I really struggle with comfort. But these are my main three, so that I have different options to wear in the summer. Now this I've had quite a long time, but I'm gonna challenge myself to wear it because I do think it is lovely, and it'll be a perfect thing to wear to the beach and anywhere really. But I think as well, from a work point of view, if I do manage to get some in-person clients, I want to make sure that I do wear things that reflect the style of the shop, and this is from one of the shops I worked with in Oxford. I think it's stunning, the detailing on this dress. The waist, the tassel, the mirroring, the pom-poms, gold embroidery. It's also double lined. How can I show you that? But yes, I will give you a little try on haul, but I absolutely love these dresses, and I'm looking forward to being a little bit more confident in my style. I used to be very confident in the clothes I would wear, and they were quite quirky and out there. And then over time, I really lost my confidence with it, and I started to wear extremely plain and not very expressive outfits, which for the time I was doing it suited me and my situation. But yeah, I want to get back into expressing myself through my clothes and feeling confident in myself. And I have this like avoidance of people noticing me and seeing me, and I need to get over that because it's just no way to live. So yeah, I'm excited to show you them on. I'd love your opinions on which one's your favorite, and also any other maybe colors or designs or textures you think I should be keeping an eye out for, or any brands I should be buying on Vinted next time I need a little wardrobe zhuzh, re-zhuzh. Been there so long. morning. It's Saturday. It's I think 8 a.m. It's a bit misty outside, and me and Ollie and I hate saying it, and I don't know why. Ollie and I are going out for a walk. It's not because the weather is nice, but it's more because we were talking about how to get the most out of our days. I think before a spring actually officially begins, it would be good to start implementing little plans, just little 5-minute changes, or whether it's getting up a bit earlier or doing an extra walk in the evening, or I don't know, just little things that are going to make me feel more energized. I've got on my trousers that are like, they look like pajamas, but they're actually not. They might be loungewear, but I don't really care about that either. I'm really not a particularly concerned person when it comes to if I look like that presentable. Just the rest is carried off with a coat and some shoes. I wanted to ask if anyone has book recommendations. I would be really thankful, because I have one book left of my favourite Rebecca Shaw collection that I'm too scared to finish, because it's been 2 years of me reading that, and I don't really have anything similar enough to that I'm enjoying when I'm trying to find something similar. So I was thinking maybe I just need to totally switch it up and go with different books entirely. So if anyone has a book they've read and they've absolutely adored it or been wowed by it, then please let me know. An escape type book would probably be better for me than a thinking, psychology type, society type book, if you don't mind, because I already think about those things a lot anyway. So positive and whimsical, it could be emotional, anything that's just a great story or well written would be really good. I'd love to get back into writing, because when I was little I used to write myself stories. And then as I've gotten older, because I've not read as much, I actually don't know. If I were to want to write a book, for example, I would not know how to do it anymore, because I haven't read enough of them to understand what the structure should be like. Obviously, when you're in school, you learn a lot about that, and that was one of my best subjects. But I have not exercised that muscle. I'm going to sew that up later. I haven't exercised that muscle in a very long time, so I'd like to read more and write more, just for my brain, because I'm doing my crafts, I'm doing my videos, and I think writing would be a really nice addition. We all have to start somewhere. We just got a coffee from a really cute cafe in St Just. I didn't actually catch the name of it. It's absolutely terrible, horrible weather. And I'm being bullied into going out.
It's not, it's lovely.
I feel horrible inside. Not see anything. The sea's over there, isn't it? these beautiful cards are by an artist in Polperro called Jasmine Rebecca. I absolutely love, something I love about this is the fact that it's not black, it's almost green, so it's kind of as if you would find it in a mossy landscape and you just stumble across it. It looks like a little mythological creature would have this as their bag and they would walk along with it. I just love that. She's very, very, very creative, and I've gone into her shop a few times. We've made friends really, which is so nice. But I just wanted anyone who loves Cornwall, if you ever go to Polperro, the rain has made my hair absolutely crazy because it was like middle when we were out. But yeah, if you ever go to Polperro, then Jasmine Rebecca's shop. She used to have the smallest shop in Polperro. It was like a little hut, and then she's upgraded to a big shop now, which I haven't been to yet. If any of you beat me to it, I'm going to be jealous. But I've pulled some cards today. I thought you might want to take them into the week with you. I just pull them when I feel like it, but if I need it, I do it every day. So this one says, I am at home wherever I go, which I love how she does a lot of blue, and obviously living by the coast, I see a lot of blue, so I do really enjoy that. And then this one says, today I choose joy and gratitude, which I think is a nice daily affirmation that we can take into a week with us. It's really tough because you actually have to remind yourself of the mindset sometimes that you want to have and that you want to go into the week with. A couple of things can happen that distract you or take your attention away, and this kind of intentional, more like this more self-focused, and then this approach of caring for ourselves and taking moments, it can be really actually hard to remember when you're busy and just in the thick of the week. But I have the power to create the life I want. So these ones are all they're all very blue, and they're all a certain type of design, and that tends to happen when I pick these cards. I tend to get a certain type of design with what I would assume would be a similar mood, but I'm just going to try again and see. So I can't see, I need to put it down there, but let's see if that happens again, because it's happened a couple times. Let's see if it's a dud. Let's pull a couple more. Let's not go with the hand vibe. I tend to go with what makes my fingers feel like they're tingling. That sounds absolutely crazy, but do you see what I mean? Because she doesn't use a ton of different colours in her work, but yeah, these are a bit more colourful. I guess this one maybe you could say it's not, but they have a different vibe. What do they say? I take moments to breathe deeply throughout my day. I'm grateful for the present moment. I am ready to bloom into my full potential. Well, these ones feel really good for spring because those other ones feel a bit darker and more wintry, and then these feel more spring-like. So maybe I'll leave all three of them out. So one suits the vibe I want to have, and then one is reminders that I need. But oh, maybe if I remember to, in the description of the video, I'm going to add her website, because her prints are really affordable and I absolutely love them. I have quite a lot of her cards. I tend to just buy her cards and pop them up around the house, but I'd love to upgrade to a print. However, we cannot put up temporary hooks in this house because they always fall down. And this week, our beautiful antique painting of Penzance fell down and broke. And the brand new antique mirror that I got, the oval one with the ribbon detail on it, also fell off the wall and snapped. The mirror itself didn't break, but everything holding it together did crack. So I'm not very happy about that, and I really wanted to buy a print from Jasmine, but I don't want to risk it falling off the wall and breaking. So next time I go to Polperro, I'm going to buy something and I'm going to keep it in a safe bloody location so that it doesn't fall and crack, because that really wound me up. Also, I got this little £1 pot from the charity shop last week, and I found a use for it now for my paintbrushes. And if you're curious to know what those colours were, they are Winsor and Newton acrylics, and they are like the medium sized packet. And these colours are beautiful because I had some acrylic paints, but their colours were very primary and I don't really like that at all. And these are beautiful and a nice array of them. I'll just show you some. But yeah, they're much, much better. And I've not had much luck with finding good acrylic colours that suit my type of vibe. So yes, I'm going to let this little bugger dry. Oops. I'll have to go over it because I've already taken bits out of it. But I think I might do a rim around here, paint the bottom, finish the bottom. I think that's done. That's me done for the week, guys, because the video's probably long enough, and we need to tidy the house, but maybe that could be a separate video. It doesn't really feel well aligned with this one. Thank you for spending time with me. That location that we went to just for this, I have to say, if you are coming to Cornwall, you really should go and check that place out, because that was amazing. And I had lines of poetry coming into my head when I was sat there. My brain was feeling very creative and very magical, and I felt like I was in a storybook. It was really special, and we went quite early, so we only saw 2 other people and they passed us when we were in the car. So a really peaceful, reflective place to go. Really just so special. But anyway, have a beautiful, wonderful week. Sending you all lots of love and good thoughts and goodness.